This mini-series is brought to you by the Animates Patreon. If you want to get access to ad-free episodes, videos, and more, check out patreon.com/Animates. Hello and welcome back to Animates, your source for all things Neon Genesis Evangelion.
We are the only source for Evangelion.
We are the only source, and it's only once every other week. At least for this series. We got our normal Tuesday episodes, but we are almost done with Neon Genesis Evangelion.
It's kind of crazy. It's been a long time.
It has. We are on the second last movie, the visual spectacle that is You Cannot Redo.
Ooh.
And how did you feel coming out of this movie?
Confused? A little bit. A little bit sad for Shinji, but I think that's just par for the course for anything Evangelion. Is I'm just like, leave Shinji alone. Yeah, I don't know. This one felt, I feel bad, but I'm like mid. I think I just need to like sit with it longer and marinate on it more, or I don't know, not work 6 days in a work week. And
well, what makes it come out as mid for you?
I think it was just I was confused, or I don't know. I don't think I don't know if I liked Misato being like a pirate in a different company now and stuff like that. Like that's against Nerve.
Admittedly, the vibe of this show is very different from the originals and the first two movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone's changed. It's been 14 years. We didn't get any like specific, like, here's what was going on. Here's why Misato's here. Here's why this. Here's why that. We didn't really get that. It was just kind of like, you have to accept the fact that, you know, Vil or whatever they call it.
Yeah. What, like,
Vil?
What, how did they go into explanation about like how Ville came about?
Not yet. The general gist is kind of like when the third impact almost happened, it became clear what the human instrumentality project was to a lot of people.
Okay.
And when it failed, thankfully, it partially happened.
It was like
they were like, holy fuck this shit. We don't want to have everyone die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fair.
so they kind of broke off on their own.
Okay.
But my big question is, where the fuck did they get all this money to build all this stuff?
Right?
Because Nerve had like UN funding.
Yeah. And then Ville just has like this massive ship that was built or powered by Unit 1.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did that happen? And all this happened in 14 years? That feels weird.
Look, and the fact that Nerve didn't crush them instantly
is
a little interesting. Now, again, maybe that's because Gendo knew this was happening. He's got plans. Maybe it's all part of his
He's just
plan.
3 steps ahead of everybody.
Well, look, if there's one thing you can say about this movie, is the visuals go hard.
And the thing is, like, I don't know if I liked the visuals.
Really?
I think there was like parts of them that felt too, oh gosh, this sounds stupid, but like too CGI to me. Like, I like to have a little bit more texture or a little bit more something. They felt just very like cut and paste CGI to me.
I will give you that. There were some moments that felt a little too clearly 3D compared to the last movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the fight scenes are epic. The cinematography is really cool. And like,
there's some creepy, like, just imagery in it.
Like that thing of Rei's dead head in front of Gendo.
I was like, is it Rei or is it Rui?
Same person, technically.
It's a good question.
But I, minus some of the very obvious 3D, I just like the design of things was really nice. Like, I like the new plug suits.
I do like new plug suits
with the color on top.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. But that opening scene goes pretty damn hard.
Oh man, yeah, it does. Like, oh gosh. Okay, I guess we're just gonna get straight into the breakdown.
Let's jump into it, because I'm sure most of the things you want to talk about or have questions on will be happening during this breakdown.
There's gonna be a lot. So it's funny because when I first saw this opening, I was like, oh, they're on a different planet now. We've left Earth, and then I realized, oh no, like noticed like 3/4 through the movie, I was like, oh no, this is like Earth still. It's just after third impact happened, kind of.
Almost.
So that's why
that's called the near third impact. But technically, in the opening of this, they are in space.
Yeah, they are in space, which I was like, cool. Like Asuka and Mari are trying to extract something. And
did you not realize what they're trying to extract?
No, I don't notice things because I'm dumb.
Where the fuck do you think they got Shinji from?
The first the Eva Unit 1 that's powering the ship. I just assumed that they figured out how to finally get him out.
No. They didn't have Ava Unit 1 until they went to space and got Shinji.
Oh, I thought
You did. Oh my fucking god. Lindsay.
To be fair, I watched this on my phone at work.
This is the whole core of the film.
I thought it was like some sort of special piece of tech that they
what did
needed.
you think the eye was that was inside that shot all the laser beams?
I thought it was, again, weird, like, atom science
after
stuff.
Shinji caused the near third impact, he was basically encased into like stasis and put into space because no one had the ability to get to space in the Evangelion world.
Oh,
So he was in orbit, but then Vile was able to get to space and pick Shinji up to get Unit 1 to power the Wunder.
oh, I thought it was like, I thought the Wunder already had Unit 1 in it. And then they needed something from space in order to extract Shinji from Unit 1.
No, because when they're like, so in the space battle, when that like little angel disc appears and starts putting all those ribbons everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like about to just eat Asuka, and then the laser beam comes out of the little cross box and like cuts it all to hell. It shows the Ava Unit 1 eyeball because it activated for a split second when she called out to stupid Shinji, and then it went back to stasis sleep.
Oh, that was funny because I was like, why is she calling out to Shinji? He's not there.
Now, technically, they did pull him from the core where he was, but they needed to get Ava 1 first.
Okay, copy.
I can't even be mad. This is such classic us.
I know.
Like the whole core premise of this film was to get Ava 1 back from space.
I thought they had it. It's fine. Oh,
But-
man. I thought the whole purpose of this thing was to... oh, gosh. Again, I'm so sorry to my film studies professor. But also, I'm thinking about it and how I wrote an entire paper on 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I thought it was like 3 different stories in a movie, but it is all one story. So
We know you're the visual type. You're not the lore type.
no, I don't
We
do
know.
lore. I'm
Now,
sorry.
Speaking of lore, and I had mentioned this feels very different. When they finally get Shinji and they get him on the ship and everything, the bridge of the ship, everyone is very different.
Yeah.
There's new characters. There's a couple of the original OGs from Terminal Dogma, like the one guy with his guitar and the other girl. But we got the new girl, like the pink-haired pursed lips girl.
I hate her lips. She has butthole lips. I literally have a note. New girl has butthole lips, and I don't like them.
Aw, poor Kitakami.
She's adorable. She just has really stupid lips.
They could have made them pursed like Paradise Kiss,
Yeah.
but
That would've
instead
been
they're a little too puckered.
They went, make them look like a rectum.
Little bit too much Botox pumping those lips up. No one can see the face you're making.
I know.
You're pursing your lips at the camera like people are going to see what you're doing.
I was doing it for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Masato's kind of changed in appearance.
She seems, yeah.
She's a lot eviler looking because
she's a lot harder.
But like, I kind of get it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like
absolutely. You survived an almost third impact. And
they literally,
yeah.
They put a collar on Shinji to be like, if you get into Ava, we're going to kill you. And it feels rough until you remember that bro almost ended the world on a whim for a girl.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
But
Ritsuko looks different as
I was
well.
going to say,
She's much butcher.
is looking pretty cool. She looks like the one girl from Soul Bianca, and I like that.
Oh, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, if her hair was just a smidge longer, it would have been like the girl from Soul Bianca, the blonde-haired girl.
I love that show.
Like her new look. At first, the first time I saw it, I wasn't a fan, and I was like, I'm going to commit. I'm not going to Google it before I watch this one. I'm going to go into it and just like get a look at it again. And I saw it and I was like, I love a shortcut. It's very different. When you first see it, it takes you a second to realize that's Ritsuko.
It's the mole that reminds you or lets you know that it's Ritsuko.
Yep. And again, in this movie, they didn't give us a swimsuit back. Those bastards.
They also gave her pants and a parka.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like there wasn't going to be any shot for a swimsuit shot.
But like, the Wunder is cool.
The Wunder is really cool. I mean, it's like a very impractical design, it feels like, but I'm like, it's really cool.
It's
and
an
like
angel
how they go to
ship.
and how they go into their like battle station is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just it all like raises up and
even
like they can
the boats
see...
were flying.
Yeah.
Electromagnetic.
Really cool.
Yeah, that whole opening scene with just like everyone's like, we should run. And even like the little pinky butt lips, Kitakami, was like, I don't want to die. And the other guy in the cockpit was like, girl, we all die at one point. Might as well be today.
Yep.
And Masato being Masato was like, are we ready? And they're like, no. And she's like, we're doing it anyways.
Too bad. I don't care if it's not. We're going to trial by fire.
And they just kill this massive angel in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning.
Which again, I wasn't a fan of the angel. Felt too stiff.
This angel, yes. It wasn't
Also,
as like...
They defeat it by making it go on a swing of the century or something. Like, they just whip it around. They, like, spin it around a bunch, and then they stop and spin it the other way, and it smacks into itself, allegedly.
I don't remember that part. I thought they shot it with a laser beam.
No, they, like, swing it around, and then they swing the other way to smack it into itself. And I'm like, that's not how physics work.
I don't remember that. But all right, fair.
All right. I could also be remembering it wrong, but fair. I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
I will also say, I love that. So there's a reason why, because we've learned that Asuka and everyone has like different plug suits.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka, when she goes to pick up Shinji, is wearing her normal plug suit.
That's
her
like
original
all beat up
one,
and taped up.
all taped up with red duct tape. And they did that to try and help in case Shinji was like lost in the mind, to try and help him like recognize people. Because if you're just like, because Asuka also has an eye patch.
Yeah, she kind of got stabbed in the eye.
And this time it actually affected her bad enough that, you know, when you no longer had that nerve medicine, you're kind of stuck. She's also got a kitty cat hat. Which
she does. I thought it was to cover the Eva hat things. Oh gosh, the headpiece.
I don't know. I just like the hat.
Yeah.
I would never wear it.
We need to get you one.
Well, right. I don't think I'd ever wear that. Maybe at an expo. I'm not a kitty cat ear wearing person. Not my thing. But I'm sure what you want to talk about right now is the curse of the Eva.
Yes. So does it just stop their aging? What the hell?
Lindsay, this anime would not have done as well if they took those characters and all of a sudden made them 30-year-olds.
I mean, that is fair. Okay, so it is just anime.
I think it should have made them 30-year-olds.
Yeah. I mean, like, even, like, Asuka and Mari, like, if it made them 30-year-olds, like, just something.
Like, Shinji should have stayed as 15. He should have been in full stasis, because that it adds that dynamic. Now, technically, yes, they've got the mentality, and that's why she keeps calling him a child now, because technically he's a child to her.
Technically, I'm just like 28.
It's just because of anime. They're like, we got to keep him young. We're going to give him the curse of the Eva. And I think it's super dumb. I love when shows age up their characters with the timeline.
Because, like, at least in Gunbuster, it made sense because of time dilation in space. So it had
only been literally 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's different. But they aged up the characters on Earth.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, the other characters would have aged up. Great. But in this, it didn't make sense because time had actually passed. And they're like, we got to keep our cute little
tiny little 14-year-olds. Ugh.
Yeah. So that is the curse of the Eva.
Okay.
I also think it's dumb.
Yeah.
A couple other big changes is when Mari fights. So, because someone mentioned in our Discord that Mari sings a lot, and I totally forgot and never really thought about it before. But when rewatching this, I was like, oh, she sings every time she fights.
She has like little rhymes and stuff.
Yeah, I never placed it before, but yeah, she likes to rhyme.
Were her glasses different in this one?
I think they are. They look almost half frameless.
Yeah, I kind of like these ones better.
Yeah, they're good. They keep her with that Gynax bounce in this one.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I sent you a video.
I saw.
Oh my gosh. I was like, fucking Gynax bounce. I was like, this is such
only one that gets it.
It's such an intense moment. It's such an intense moment when we have it. And I can't pay attention to the like potentially world-ending battle because I just have 14-year-old boobs jiggling in my face. Why? Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry everybody who's a fan of the Gynax bounce. It wasn't necessary in that moment. It's not fitting with the vibe. It threw it off. It just is weird.
We also learned that Rei is not existing anymore, technically, to them. They have not seen Rei since Shinji tried to save her.
Yes. And she's okay, did I understand right that she is still in Unit 1? Or is she just like gone?
So the Rei that you meet is another clone. That is Rei Q.
I knew that. Yes. Rei Q?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because she was very like, I don't know what to do. I'm not ordered.
She is no longer a person. She is a doll. She is a programmed, basically, whatever you tell her to do, that is all she can do.
Is that why Fred Durst likes her? Fred Durst, tweet into us. Let us know why you like Rei so much.
Oh my gosh.
He listens to the show,
but
clearly.
They literally tell Shinji, they're like, we haven't seen her since that event. And then like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, her Ava just punches through the wall. It is like, surprise, motherfucker.
Father has told me to come get you.
Father, he has ordered me because I don't do anything unless I'm ordered. Yeah.
But you got to give Masato some credit. She could have blown his head up when he
And
was
she
being
didn't.
taken, and she hesitated because she still likes the little bastard.
Yeah, she still appreciates him, or she still has feelings for him. I don't know.
No, don't say it like that.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Oh gosh, it's anime. She still like cares for him.
Yeah, even though
Yeah.
she's like mad that he, because technically, when we'll get to we'll get to the near impact later. We'll get there later.
Okay. Yeah.
But he does arrive back in the very destroyed terminal dogma of Tokyo 3.
Cool. Yeah, that he was like, I can see the sky, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, there is no more geofront.
No, it's just ruins now.
But they're still operating.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked cool.
I think it looks way cooler the way that they like set it up. Again, it's very more, because before it was very polished. It was very like, we are very well funded, but now it feels more rustic and more like post-apocalyptic. But it's still all working and they're still doing all their stuff, but it just feels very like inorganic and like rustic. And
Yeah.
I really like that.
Well, and I also thought it was really cool the kind of direct opposites of like how things look outside, like in the Nerve versus like Shinji's room, and how it's still in order, but it's still very clinical looking.
Yeah.
Like that was really interesting.
Yeah, and Gendo got a little upgrade.
You got new shades?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fine.
I wonder why he needs new glasses like that.
Don't say that shit. Why does he need new glasses?
Give me a guess, Lindsay.
Does he have cyborg eyes now?
No.
Is he blind?
Technically, I guess you could say the visors act as like glasses, but he's not blind.
Meg.
No. Any guesses that might be happening?
It's either cyborg eyes or he's blind.
Well, he can see, and he's not a cyborg. So no. I guess you'll have to find out in the next film.
I'm so sick of just not having answers.
One more film and you'll have everything. Maybe.
Fine.
Like, he's just like, steals Shinji back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
like,
wait. So if it's not Ray, so it's Ray Q. Question: how does he get his Walkman back then? Where did the Walkman come from?
They said when they pulled him from, like, when they reconstituted his body, that also came back with him.
Interesting. Okay.
Just the Walkman, nothing else.
Okay. Ray's on the tape on the Walkman.
Ooh, interesting theory. What happens if she What happens if she happens to listen to the music? Because the Ray that we know doesn't know anything about her past.
No.
She is a 100% blank clone, and
she doesn't even read.
Nope, she literally will sit there in dead silence until she is told to do something.
Oh, that was like the saddest room too. They're like, we'll just put up like a cubicle.
It's a cubicle in front of like the vats of LCL that she has to go into.
Yeah.
So her body doesn't slough off on the ground again.
Oh, no. Gross. Ugh.
But we kind of like, we get some shots of the inside, but we get to finally have the two boys meet.
Kawoo. Oh my gosh.
There is some tension.
It is homoerotic. They are, there's chemistry between them.
It's like,
just like, this is great. I love this.
Oh yeah, like Woo gives Shinji a ghost moment on the keyboard, touching his hands to show him how to play a little bit. It like instantly breaks Shinji. He's like, oh, what?
Yeah, he's like, physical touch and affection. I don't know what to do.
But like,
Chop's like,
I know it's supposed to be like this, like wholesome or like exciting scene, but I just laugh during the piano scene because they're like getting really into playing piano, but it's like set to the backdrop of like sketches of horses in like blue pencil crayon, just like galloping through a field.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and it's I don't know. I feel there was also the like just visual kind of opposition of like this beautiful grand piano in these ruins next to like a one green tree. I was like, interesting. So nature and art in the ruins of nature and art will always survive after apocalypse. I don't know.
It's with the first time you see it when Shinji is walking on the walkway above, when he kind of looks down and sees the piano. At first you're like, is this just like a vision? Because why is there this piano in the middle of just trash?
This thing that looks very inorganic in this.
Like I like to think that Zile sends Uwuwu to Nerve headquarters and it's like he has one request.
Yeah, it's on his rider.
We must fight. Yeah, exactly. This child has a rider, and unfortunately it's non-negotiable, and it's a grand piano.
Yeah. He
Does
will
he
take
want-
a baby grand, but
Yeah.
the grand is what we need.
Does he want it in his bedroom? No, he wants it out in the open. Where? In the ruins.
Yeah, next to this one tree.
Yeah, like, so that's kind of funny to me, because I'm just like, how do you just get that? Because Gendo's not the kind of guy to just give you a piano.
No, he's not that
So,
kind of person at all.
but then they have a date.
They do. They like talk at the piano, but there's just I don't know. I just it makes me so happy, and it also kind of is weird because it is replacing the kind of DDR episode that we had in
Yes.
terms of like getting Shinji and another person into
Because the whole
synchronization,
point is
'cause
that they
they-
have to pilot,
Unit 13.
together. Ooh.
Yes. Ooh.
I just love that they go on this little stargazing thing at night, which is really funny because it looks as if they've played piano for 2 days, because Wu shows up the next day and he's still sitting in front of the piano
Yeah.
as if he's
Well,
been there
he's-
the whole day.
Exactly. Oh, because he asks Kaworu to fix his Walkman for him, and he's
Yes.
like, "Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow." And he's like, "Stay, watch the stars with me." And I was like, "Oh."
But
Yeah.
then he's talking about how seeing the sky unchanged, even though it's been 14 years, makes him feel a little bit at peace. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, but then it pans over to Uwu and he is laying.
"Whoa, he is seductively laying," and he says, "I'm realizing now that I was born to meet you." And I'm like, dude wants to fuck.
If you are on a stargazing date and you look over and your date is looking all like sultry beside you and they say, I was born to meet you, it's like, oh my.
You're gonna, it's gonna get steamy.
Ooh, are they
You are
gonna
in.
kiss?
Oh my gosh, are they gonna kiss?
Ooh.
Make out already. Oh my gosh, people are gonna hate us. Oh man. Well, this like happy moment is soured quickly because not Toji, Shinji gets his clothes distributed to him the next morning and he gets Toji's shirt.
Which
Ugh.
is sad because it gives you that whole kind of gunbuster time dilation thing. Because he doesn't
Mhm.
know if Toji's alive.
Yeah, because we know that his little sister's alive because she was the medical officer on what
Yeah.
is it?
Uh,
Wunder?
The Wunder?
Wunder. Yeah. Do we ever find out if Toji in this timeline is alive?
I'm just gonna make it face at
Okay.
you and you get to find out.
Fine. He's in the next episode and he also has a new ship.
You know what? I will tell you. He is in the next episode. Whether
Okay.
it's a gravestone or a person, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, fine. As long as I get some sort of answer.
Whether he died as the result of Shinji or not, I'm not going to tell you.
Fine. All right.
But I do love that they continue on with Uwu and Shinji's dates.
Well, okay, because like Shinji goes and he's like, I want to know what happened to all my friends. And so Kaworu was like, well, okay, I will bring you somewhere and I will let you know. And then it brings him down like the sketchiest looking stairs.
But Shinji's in a full-ass hazmat suit, and Uwu's just walking in his t-shirt.
Well, because we know that that Awuwu
Yeah, but
was like,
Shinji didn't even question it.
oh, but Awuwu was, oh yeah, I guess Awuwu was in space without a spacesuit. So like,
Yes, but Shinji doesn't know that.
yeah,
This is like in The Last of Us. If you just saw someone walking around like Ellie without a friggin' mask on, no one's like, oh, I guess she's just having a good time. It's like, no, everyone would comment on that. If I'm going into like Chernobyl and my buddy's walking in nothing but jorts and a tank top, I'm gonna
you're
be
gonna
like,
be concerned. You're like, hey,
what?
buddy, do you understand how radiation works?
But anyways, continue on.
Yeah. Anyway, so he takes him down sketchy look at stairs. We see a weird globe. And yeah, so it's also like, here's the mass extinction that happened for a result of the attempted third impact. And then there's a lore drop.
What's that lore, Lindsay?
I don't know, Lillian's evolved from the Human Instrumentality Project, and Shinji saving Rei caused the third impact. That's all I have.
So again, near third impact.
Okay.
However, you see all those Ava-like red statues?
Yes. Those were the evolution caused by the Human Instrumentality Project.
They are called the failures of infinity.
Ooh.
Well, we see more of them next film, and they get
Okay.
way creepier.
Ooh, I'm excited. I love creepy stuff.
So that's going to be exciting.
This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. That's all I got from it. Oh, is this also where we see like the weird head part as well? Or is that later on?
Weird
Nope,
head.
that's later on. Never mind. Don't worry about it. We need to go play some mahjong first with
with Gozo
Gozo. That's his name.
or Kozo.
And
with
I don't
Kozo.
know.
I keep calling him Gozo. No one's called me out on this yet. Technically, short form would be Gozo.
Oh, okay, copy. Well, he gives Shinji a picture of his mom, which is adorable because I guess it's like the only picture he's ever gotten of his mother. And then he's like, oh, she looks like Rei. That's weird.
And then bro's like, here's this lovely picture of your mother. Oh, by the way, she's trapped in the Eva and Rei's a clone.
Yep. Have fun. We're going to go now. And apparently Gendo planned for this.
Gendo plans for everything.
I don't understand how. I can really plan what I'm having for lunch.
Even Gozo is like, hey, by the way, your dad's going to kill everybody. That's I'm just letting you know. I don't want to be that messenger, but I feel like I owe it enough to you to let you know. I owe it to Yui.
Anyways, great playing with you. I'm going to go now. Good job. Good job.
He even says to Shinji, I'll even try and throw the game to give you a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, my guy.
And he's like, I will defeat you in 31 moves. And you're like, wow.
That being said, Kozo is probably in like his 80s.
Yeah. He
Bro
didn't get
old.
the curse of the Eva.
Well, you want to see young, hot Kozo?
No, I'm fine. Oh, man. This is where we see Isla's Rui / Rei. And it's gross. I don't like it. No. And then we go through this like motion sickness inducing dissociative moment that Shinji has about like not piloting the Eva and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm gonna throw up a little bit.
It's just nice to see that Shinji can still have existential dread moments, you know?
I know. Good classic existential dread. What would Evangelion be without that?
It was almost seeming like he didn't care anymore. He's like, the stars have made me feel better. But then, oh, my mother. Oh, my father. But no, I can work through this. And then just, nope. Get in the robot, you bastard.
Oh my gosh, and Kaworu is like, I'll just take this collar off you and I'll put it. I was like, how is this so easy to take off?
Because he's an angel.
Yeah.
Got the powers.
Yeah. Also, I was like, this whole entire time, I was like, why does Kaworu sound so familiar? He plays Worth in Mashal. That's how.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
One of your favorite shows.
I love Mashal.
You literally watched season 1 like 4 times in a month.
I didn't watch it I watched it twice, and that was because I broke my arm.
Twice in 2 weeks.
twice in a month. Don't over exaggerate.
Sure. Right. Okay.
Listen, Mashal's amazing.
Look, I know it's hard to get you into.
Have you watched Mashal?
Yes. I know not all of it.
Well, then
I know it's hard to get you into shows unless it has a boppin' theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Or like hot demon vampire boys. So folks at home, if you ever want to recommend something for Lindsay, have it have adult cast hot demon boys, be about music, or have a banger intro. Otherwise, she will not give a fuck.
I mean,
I'll be like, this is a 10 out of 10 rated show right up your alley. And she'll just be like, meh. And you're gonna be like, hey, here's a show rated 2, but it's got a banger theme song. She's like, shit, better check out the first episode.
That's not correct at all, you jerk. You jerk. Just because it's not Apothecary Diaries and I haven't watched it yet doesn't mean. Also, I have other shows I'm watching.
Sure.
I've got to watch the Dexter prequel.
You got to watch the new season of Mashal.
I'm waiting for it to come out. Okay? If we get series 2 of Dandadan before we get Mashal, I'm gonna be like, what's going on, people? We have to. Don't get me wrong, love Dandadan, but like, we've been waiting for season 3.
It's been a
Mashal.
while. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But getting back on track,
we're gonna not talk about shows that Creepy Nuts has done. Theme songs for.
Shinji literally is like, I can't trust even you, and Wu was like, all right, I'm gonna put the collar on myself.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, okay.
Fuck you. And at this moment, they're just like staring at each other. And my literal note in all caps just says, just kiss already.
I know. Oh, I ship them so hard.
And of course, they got to pilot this new Eva, which looks more or less like...
It's just Unit 1.
Currently.
Yeah.
But this is... So again, Gendo lying and being a little skeevy bastard. He's like, we got to go get these 2 spears and we can put an end to all of this and restore the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, this is such a gross scene.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to Terminal Dogma.
Yeah. And there's just like
a wall
skulls.
Of bodies.
Yeah.
Half mutilated, didn't quite become the Ava looking ones, but also millions of skulls they got poured out.
They have to crunch
the
through
doors.
And oh my gosh. It's just gross. I mean, it's good because it's unnerving.
Oh yeah.
Nerving.
Nerving.
Oh
In fact, actually, this is actually not unnerving. This is actually quite nerving.
But
Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna put a sound effect that's just wah, wah.
wah, wah, wah.
But the carcass looks so damn cool.
Oh my gosh.
Because they arrive
what?
on that like Lilith-esque carcass.
The headless body. And you're just like, whoa.
Because Gendo has the head.
Why? How did he get the head?
It's Gendo. He can do whatever he wants.
I guess. I don't know.
He is God.
And then Unit 6 is destroyed? What happened to Unit 6?
We'll get to that.
Okay. Copy. Great. As long as I can get an answer.
Yes.
Because they're like, oh, we have to go take these spears out. Okay, let's go do it. And then explosion. Because Asuka's there to really fuck shit up. And it's fabulous. Just basically my notes just say in all capitals, Ava fight!
And this is where we get the that guy next bounce.
Jesus. Yes.
Here's what annoys me.
Okay, go for it.
Uwu is like, wait a second, those are 2 identical spears. We need 2 separate spears. What the hell is going on here?
Mm-hmm. He's
and
trying to put
Shinji's
together the pieces.
I gotta get the spears. And he's like, no,
if I take it, it'll take things out and it'll reverse what we did. We're like, I don't think you can reverse this shit, bro.
Everyone is yelling at you to not take out the spears.
And you're like, no, I think I need to. Yeah.
Like, but this is an epic battle.
Oh yeah, it's
and the
really
music is cool.
Yeah, again, lots of cool sound effects. The sound design on it was really rad.
Now we find out why Ava 13 is different from Unit 1.
Because it has so many arms.
Just friggin' just Shiva-ing it. The Shiva?
I think so. I'm not up to date. I thought of Michelangelo's Evolution of Man or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense too.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's such an epic reveal. It's just like, whoa, from a worm's eye view, just staring up at it.
Look at you using worm's eye view.
I learned it from you. I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't think of it as a term for filmmaking.
The things you learned from Bludgeoning Angel.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. But yeah, oh gosh. Well, I don't know. And it's Lilith explodes and the head explodes when they take the spears out.
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean kind of?
So you have a note because you sent me a message about Unit 6.
Yes.
What they don't realize about this dead corpse is that it's actually Unit 6 fused to it.
What? How? What?
So Mark 6 was fused to Lilith's neck, replacing the original head that exists in Nerve HQ.
Okay.
And so it was covered in a white substance so you couldn't see it. And when the 2 spears of Longinus are removed, it reactivates it and the angel inside of it, because the angel's not dead.
What?
And this angel is going to be used to trigger the 4th impact.
Oh my gosh. What?
So this releases the 12th angel.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great. And then that also triggers the 13th angel, which is a woo-woo.
Yes. So I'm assuming you were confused by that as well.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, you saw my notes. Everything ends with a
question mark. So Uwu thought he was the first angel.
Yes.
Seeing this angel alive and being the catalyst for the impact made him realize he's no longer the first.
Okay.
Which in his mind makes him the 13th.
Okay.
Which shouldn't exist. Admittedly, there's not a lot of info on what exactly this means.
Okay.
But it's basically like, oh, this shouldn't be here. Because in 2.0, there's a scene with Kaji where he told Shinji about the second impact, saying there are 4 surviving atoms.
What? Okay.
And the Mark 6 is one of them.
Okay.
Which is being built on the moon. And that was Uwuwu's.
Okay.
And now over the 14 years, the Mark 6 just got banged up so much from being used that it was retired to build a new one. But instead, they fused it to Lilith secretly underneath.
So they can make angels now too?
No, they made the Ava and they fused it to the angel.
Okay.
And it becomes the angel.
Okay. Clear as mud. I think this is also why I'm like, this movie was meh, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Other atoms are used as other types of Avas as well, just to let you know.
Okay.
So, for example, the Mark 9 was the angel that had Rey inside of it when she attacked.
Okay.
So that's one of the Mark 9s. But yeah, this is a whole bunch of extra lore stuff that's not going to matter to you. That will be more relevant after we watch the next movie.
Okay.
But yes, it was Awuwu's Ava that got banged up too much, so it was retired, but it was actually fused to the angel to help trigger the angel to come back alive when the spears were removed by Shinji, the other guy, and Awuwu to bring it back to life.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
And they pull the spears out, but it doesn't fucking matter because Masato's there.
She gonna ram Unit 13 with her ship.
I love how
Which was
every
great.
core part of this series, the movies, whatever, it's always Shinji coming to the left hook, breaking through the wall. But this one's Masato's just like, pedal to the metal, baby.
We're gonna put, I don't know. I was gonna think of something witty, but my brain is tired. Wunder is wonderful.
Wunder is wonderful.
Wunder is
So
wonderful.
is Asuka, because she learns from Mari about Berserk mode as well.
Oh man, yeah, she's now a Cybertooth tiger. Oh, gosh, I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
Tiger King.
I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from.
God dang Mari with them bouncing tatas coming out here teaching people how to go berserk.
Berserk. Oh my gosh.
God dang it.
Apparently when I'm tired, I go southern.
I don't know. I was so cool just slamming into him being like, no.
And then and then to defeat them, she apologizes to Unit 2 and self-destructs.
Here's the thing about this.
Okay, tell me.
Because like one of the angels has latched on to the Wunder and is starting to like absorb it and take it over.
Mm-hmm.
So to kill it, yeah, she has to blow up her unit. This is such a character growth moment for Asuka. Because old Asuka would have just kept fighting until the end because I can do it, I can do it, I can do it.
I'm the best, I don't need to.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's older now, and she was like, I just gotta quit and blow this thing up to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't normally do that.
I know.
So that's a pretty good moment.
I know, it's kind of crazy to see that growth.
But there is one more blow up.
Oh, Kaworu's head?
I was waiting for you to get that one. Because bro's about to trigger an impact.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, the collar's going to explode.
Yeah.
And Shinji's like just crying and banging on the glass between them.
Oh, poor Shinji.
And they don't censor it. It's just like...
Yeah, he's just, woof, just a squib going for it.
Head blown. And
oh, man.
That's going to cause some drama.
You think? I think he'll be fine. He doesn't need therapy. Nobody in this show needs therapy.
No. Of course, while that's happening, we have to cut back to Mari bouncing away again. And
Jesus
then
Christ.
back to the death of Awuwu.
Yeah. Man. And it ends. Somehow.
The whole end scene is just beautiful.
Oh, yes, because it was like all the entry plugs like eject and stuff. And so Asuka goes find Shinji just like disassociative and lifeless, basically, in his entry plug.
Idiot.
Yeah. She's like, you can carry shit.
I do, yeah, I like that she says... You're not in, or what is it? It's
the least you can do is carry the bag or something.
No, it's because she always calls him an idiot or Shinji or whatever, but she's like, it's not that you're an idiot, something else. Anyways, I don't know, but yeah, she makes him carry the bag and just like drags him out.
Yeah,
as they're like walking along the like half destroyed world because the fourth impact was stopped. They don't know how.
Mari stopped it somehow,
which is weird because she was just also letting it happen.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No one's entirely sure because everyone's like, what happened? How did it stop?
Oh my gosh, me too.
Well, Lindsay, there's still one more movie.
I know.
There's still time for a proper impact. There's still time for the human instrumentality project of the very few people that are left on the world.
Oh my gosh, all of this is just what?
But it's just the end scene. It's so beautiful. The blood, the explosions, the scenery of them on this beach and their new, I say beach.
Desolate. It's like
desolate. It's just like in their like cool new plug suits. We get more new plug suits soon too. But they're in the cool little plug suits, and just like Rey walks up and she's like, what do I do? And she was like, what would Rey do? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, well, I guess you're coming along and you're gonna have to learn.
Yeah. I did kind of like that because it was like Asuka was like, I'm not putting up with this shit. Just figure your shit out. Become a human. Become a person.
Now here's a question.
Okay.
What if she's remotely activated?
Who? Rey?
And Gendo just sends a message.
I don't know.
But also, doesn't Rey require LCL fluid?
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
No, I
don't. You know this. She has to soak herself in the LCL vats. You see it every season.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Every movie.
I don't know. She'll die.
I don't know. You'll have to see.
Okay, great.
One more movie, and then we are done with Evangelion.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna just is it gonna at least end in a way where I'm not like, what the fuck just happened?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Uh,
Oh, but I did forget to tell you about all of the short story films.
no, we're not doing them.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. I can only handle so much.
Don't worry. You've got one more film and you're free.
Oh
But now that you understand that all of the stuff with Shinji being in the sky and the fact that Lilith was fused with Uwuwu's Ava, and that's why he was so confused what was happening when they pulled out the stuff, like, does it make a little more sense now?
no.
Oh. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for listening.
Maybe I'll just be more confused than the last episode. Oh man, who knows? That's how we'll end it. We'll end it with me just being like, what did we just watch? What does it mean?
The thing about this movie is it goes by so incredibly fast.
Yes.
It's just over an hour and a half, but it's like just the opening scene of all those crazy battles picking up Shinji is 7 minutes long. Shinji getting taken happens instantly. Shinji and the woo-woo stuff is just so many lore drops, the time just passes. And then it's just like battle, 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 just kiss already, battle, battle on the beach. And it happens quick. Beautiful visuals, a little bit too much CGI, but like we could do a scene by scene, but we kind of did. It's real quick. It's a lot, but it's so quick.
Oh man. Yep. I don't know. This whole thing is crazy.
Anyways, do you have any predictions for the next movie?
I predict that I'm still going to be confused.
Well, other than that.
I feel like we're going to get more beast mode of something. Maybe
what color
Gendo...
do you... Oh, what?
I was saying maybe Gendo will die.
Ooh. Do you think human instrumentality happens?
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
Interesting. Do you think in this version of the movie we'll actually have it happen where we get Yui back?
I think it'll be in like a weird, like almost dead vision that Gendo has, you know, where he's like, oh, I'm dying. And then she's like, I'm here for you. Let go. I think that'll happen.
Okay, interesting. Do you think Rei somehow gets memories? Or is she going to develop all of these feelings again for Shinji fresh?
I don't know. I think she's gonna have. I think what'll happen is she'll have like this weird moment of being like, I don't understand my memories and my past and what Rei would do, and then she'll fall in love with Shinji like that way.
Oh, okay. Who do you think Shinji ends up with?
I want it to be Kaworu, but that's not gonna work.
No, unless he wants to carry around a body pillow stuffed full of his guts.
Just a headless corpse.
Yeah, it's just a Ziploc bag with a cover on it.
Oh, well, he could just keep the head like his father.
Ugh. Oh, like father, like son.
Yep. I don't know. Because he didn't really end up with anybody at the end of Evangelion.
No.
I don't think he'll end up with anybody.
That's because all that was left was Asuka.
It's true. Yeah, I don't think he'll end up with anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thought.
What color do you think the next version of the plug suits are going to be?
Orange. Or maybe a deep green.
Interesting.
Will Asuka be in a different suit? Because that's... I couldn't see Asuka being in a different color suit. Like, I could see it being, like, color blocked differently, but there's still got to be that iconic red.
/orange?
Yeah.
So your prediction... So what is your main color prediction?
Let's say, like a deep green.
Okay, with orange highlights.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that prediction for next episode. Let's just say the plug suits get an upgrade.
Okay. I'm interested. My costume design brain has been piqued. Oh, man.
All right, everybody. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is a little bit more of a chaotic episode than the last ones.
Man.
But we are both so tired and I'm sick. You're working 3 jobs.
Yeah, I'm doing 3 different productions right now. It's fine, guys.
That's a little good. That's all good. But if you want to get the rest of our Evangelion watch through to get all caught up, we have all of those episodes in our backlog on all of your favorite podcasting apps. If you want to check out all of our other 70 episodes of Retro Anime Reviews, make sure to do that. And if you like them, make sure to leave a review because it really helps us out a whole lot.
Please, 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 please.
If you want to get access to some of our other content, we've got our YouTube channel, which has got a bunch of videos we're starting to post weekly on there, and a bunch of fun little shorts, so make sure to check that out. And if you want even more content, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/animates, where you can access to ad-free episodes, bonus pre-banter episodes, bonus actual episodes of the podcast, videos, all that kind of jazz, plus access to our Discord channel. So make sure to check that out at patreon.com/animates. But speaking of our Patreon, we want to give a shout out to our supporting characters and our retro cuties. Thank you so much for supporting our podcast. We love you very much.
Yep, lots of love.
And then moving on to our chibi champions, we've got Swamp Wizard chilling there alone. So, maybe go and sign up in that tier and give Swamp Wizard some love. And in turn, give us some love, because that's kind of how that works. But up next, we've got Butler Rat Heard Railgun Season 2 for the birds, says Mikasa from afar, which of course is for animated context. But our half is only way they can stop me from drawing Daddy Sephiroth is to arrest me.
Man, so ready for this. I'm so excited for Daddy Sephiroth.
It's going to be good. But yeah, if you want to get access to all that stuff, check out patreon.com/animates and support the show. We'd really love it if you did. Helps us do more stuff.
Yeah,
and
helps us produce great
keep
anime
you laughing
content.
If you think we're funny. Who knows? We might not be funny.
I think we're funny.
So does my dad. So that's good.
My mom thinks I'm funny.
Aw. At least someone does.
How dare you? The audacity of this bitch.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyways, bye.
Bye, everyone.